Today I'm gonna make a review about the TV show How I Met Your Mother, which aired on CBS from 2005 to 2014. This TV show is about a guy named Ted who reminisces his time as a young adult with his friends, and he tells his children every story about this time so that they can understand the context in which he met their mother. This is a TV show, so every episode has its own conflict, but the conflict throughout the 10 seasons is to know which one of the girls Ted dated is the mother of the children he is telling the stories to. So we want to know which girl he met and married and had children with. In this show, there are 5 important characters. The first one and the main one is Ted. He is an architect, he is the one telling the stories, so he is the narrator throughout the episodes. He is an eternal romantic who dreams about getting married and having children, and he only needs to find the perfect girl. Also, there is Barney. He works for a big bank, and he is the perfect stereotype of the macho man. He is sturdy, he has never been married, he is single, and he has slept with a lot of girls over the years. He is the expert on the art of flirting, and he is really afraid of commitment. Then there is Robin. She's a Canadian girl who once dated Ted, and that's how she became part of the group. She also is afraid of commitment and children. She is from Canada but lives in New York City, and she works as a TV reporter. Finally, Marshall and Lily. There are 2 characters that go together in the show. They are a married couple who met in college, and they've been together ever since. Marshall, he works as a lawyer, and Lily, she's a kindergarten teacher, but she really dreams about being a renowned painter. They are really cheesy, but also they are really great together, and they work as a team, and they think as a team, and they're really cute. So, the theme of the show is really guessing which girl is the one that Ted married and had kids with. But it is also a lot about young adults finding their place in the world and seeing their dreams crushed by reality, but sticking together anyway throughout the harsh times. The show takes place in New York City, or more specifically in Manhattan. The place that they spend the most time in is Ted's apartment, but also McLaren's Pub, which is a bar that is just downstairs from Ted's apartment. It is where the stories take place most of the time, and it is at a modern time. For example, the episodes that air back in 2005 were taking place in 2005 in the show also. This show is a sitcom, so that means that it is a comedy, but it takes place in a common environment. In this show, there are a lot of tropes. For example, all the main characters have love stories with other main characters and they fight about it, and since the goal is for Ted to find his wife and mother of his children, there is a lot of romance going on in his life, and there's all sorts of cliches that are used. In one episode, he falls in love with a girl and he decides to marry her, but she dumps him the day of their wedding, so that is really cliche. I think the show itself is a trope. By that I mean that it is a little like Friends. So the main characters are a group of friends and they live an ordinary life, but there is always something happening in the day of one of those characters, and so that is what an episode is based on. What I really liked about this show is that the episodes are quite independent from one another, so you can stop watching the show for a long time, but when you pick up where it left, you aren't confused at all. It is also very funny, and the humor is light, and the fact that it takes place in an everyday life makes us really associate with the characters. What I disliked was that the intrigue isn't resolved until the end of the 10th season. So it is very long and you can get a little tired of things happening that you know won't have any influence on the resolution of the conflict at the very end. So That's what I disliked, but overall, I really liked watching this show and I really love it. I think it's my favorite TV show ever, so that's it. Thank you.